Hello and greetings, my beautiful souls. Today is your weekly twin flame reading. I ask for my guides to guide me in this reading, to answer all the questions that my YouTube family has, answer all the questions they don't even know how to ask, answer the questions that roll through their mind. I call upon my guides. I call upon their guides to open their eyes, to open their ears and their hearts so that they will receive the messages that you have for them. Protect everyone. Keep everyone safe. And above all, love. Show them love. Give them love. Allow them to receive love. What messages do we have this week for the twin flame connection? What messages do we have this week? This is going to be a stubborn week, guys. No cards are popping out for us today. What messages do you have for the twin flame? Okay, here we go. We got a spill. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of growth, a lot of transformation coming about. Transformation as far as something has ended, almost like a okay, tongue-tied. It's a change coming. It's a dramatic change. It's like letting go of your old skin, shedding all of those old values or traditions, or it's like your way of thinking is changing. The way you're feeling is changing. It's like there's an end to coming. Let's see if we can center this a little more. So I'm feeling that there's an end coming, and this is going to be you kind of shedding your skin, I guess, removing the veil. It's a whole shift with a change. Like you've come into this moment where it's like, oh, okay, now I'm getting it. I do see from this end, you're welcoming in a lot of stability and a lot of growth, and it's all very positive. And then when we add the 6 in here, we're seeing that this is something that you've actually been working for, but not really knowing that you're working for, because a lot of this is part of your soul's mission. So you didn't actually know that you had to do this, but because your soul is taking control and your guides are guiding you, you've actually come in to do this. So this is part of your journey. This is part of your union to self, is shedding all of the old, because you're downloading a lot of the new, and you may not even know the work that's going on behind the scenes, but there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes deep within your soul. And all of this it will be revealed to you in time. Let's see, what other messages do we have for the twin flame connection this week? Messages do we have for the twin flame connection this week? Again, I'm just feeling like this whole complete change coming about, and I'm still searching for the word that I'm looking for, but it's the process that a caterpillar goes through before they become a butterfly. It's that word, whatever that process is, that's the word that I'm looking for, because that's what's going on within the twin flame connection this week. And things are going to be revealed to you in time. Messages for the twin flame this week. For some of you, you've come to kind of like a crossroad or a place in this journey where you have to make a decision of which way you're going to go. And I do feel that for some, you're I think it was last week, ready to throw in the towel. But I do feel for some, it is about you need to walk away from a situation. You know, this is, let's get more clarity, because I do feel there's a walking away from a situation. Okay, clarity's coming. Let's see if we can get, what other cards do we have that can pop out? This is walking away from a situation. It's a situation that hasn't brought you any good. It hasn't brought you any growth. It's like this relationship, whether it be romantic or, a friendship relationship. It's somebody that you've become close to, but this is somebody that is someone definitely from your past. And they need to remain in your past. They were put in your past for a reason. And so they need to remain in your past, because what I'm seeing is that they have brought you a lot of distress and a lot of heartache. I even see maybe like some type of a competition. And it's making me wonder if this may be a sibling. But what I'm seeing now, is that this is definitely a situation where this person and you share a past. You definitely share a past, and they've come back into your present, but there's just so much negativity. They've caused you a lot of distress, a lot of maybe anxiety even you feel when you meet with them or you talk with them. And this is your spirit telling you, hey, you know what, if you have anxiety around somebody, there's a reason. And you're being told to cut off everything with this person. You know who it is, even though the message is kind of blurry, but you definitely know who it is. And so I had said, like, coming to some type of a standstill, coming to some type of a place where you have to make a decision. And I feel like that decision is right there, because it's like, it's right there. It's in your face type of a thing where you feel divided. And that again is making me wonder if it's a sibling, because you do feel divided about ending this relationship. You feel very, very divided, and and it could be any kind of a relationship, but you feel like you want to hold on. Part of you wants to hold on, but then another part of you wants to release. And so you're being told now that you really have to release. You really have to shed. Again, we're hearing shed. That relationship, they need to be gone. They need to be gone. Okay, and again, this is someone from your past that's come back into your present, and they're not good for you. They bring a lot of heartache. They bring a lot of distress. It's possible a lot of lies and deceit, and you've seen through the lies and the deceit, but you still feel divided over this relationship. And if that's you that's holding on to a relationship that is very pointless, then you really need to overcome that and, you know, seek higher powers to help you, because this is part of the shedding that is going on within the twin flame dynamic right now. And then we also got these cards. And as I look at these cards, the message is coming through again, where it's like, you know, standing at a threshold and about to go into something bigger and better. And you're still like have these inner thoughts. It's like you know, you're not overthinking, but because of you're afraid to take that leap or enter that threshold. And I've used the example before where you come into a store and you're standing at that mat that automatically opens the door, and that's where you are, and the door is opening and closing and opening and closing as you're standing there. It's because you're not making that final step to go through. And this is all part of the whole shedding. Now you're releasing a lot of stuff, and this is something that it's, you know, the argument is just kind of going on in your head whether you should do it or not do it. It's in your head, almost like having an angel and a devil on your shoulder, and the angel knows what's best for you and the devil's trying to say no, don't do it. So this is what's going on here. Now with the Six of Diamonds, I'm feeling that, you know, again, this is part of your soul's contract. This is something that has to be done. So where that next level is, where that next move is, this is where you're being led. But it's your own inner fear, inner insecurities that is keeping you there. And I'm hearing ego. I'm hearing ego, 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 ego. And that really makes sense as far as the shedding of all of the old, because if you're holding on to things that no longer serve you, then that is definitely your ego that is doing this to you. Don't sabotage your own destiny. What other messages do we have this week for the twin flame? What other messages do we have this week for the twin flame connection? What's happening this week in the twin flame connection? Okay, so this is pretty important, because it's almost at what I'm hearing is, if you can't make me a priority, then I'm walking away. If you can't make me a priority. So this is so ego. This is so ego. You can't become somebody's priority if that person doesn't know how to prioritize things in their life. And to that person, it could be work is very important. It could be work is very draining. But these two cards is telling me to where it's almost like you've given an ultimatum, like, if I'm not going to be a priority in your life, then I'm done. And I'm shedding this relationship. And I feel this is what a lot of the twins are going through right now. I feel that the twin is saying this to their twin, you know, if you're not going to prioritize me, if I'm not going to be a priority in your life, then I don't want to be in your life. And again, ego. Darn, so a lot of this shedding that is taking place in the twin flame dynamic right now has to do a lot with ego. And I once heard this, I don't know if it was like a TikTok or one of those things where the person had said, hey, you know what, if I'm not going to be a priority in your life, I don't want to be, you know, if you're not going to seek me out and prioritize me, I don't want to be the person you look for when you're bored. And so I'm almost feeling that is what a lot of the twin flame is feeling, that maybe the other twin seeks them out when they're bored. But it's not even that. You have to remember, and you have to remove the ego. That's just so ego. Like, I think we probably in life, we've all probably done that, whether it's with twin or with other people. We've all probably done that. Wow, look at this. I mean, if I was playing poker, wouldn't this be a great hand? So I'm, whew, gosh. So I'm almost feeling like King 8, King, Queen. Here we have no gender here. We have 2 of the same cards looking at the other card, even though the king represents, a man, and the queen is usually a woman. We don't have to gender any of them, but we'll say 2. Do you see? We're gonna say the queen has the king, but there's another king here. And this could be either way. This could be the queen, and this could be, this could be the king, and there could be 2 queens. Okay, I'm looking at that. There's 3 people in this relationship. There's 3. One of them, I really need to choose my words carefully with this one, because I'm feeling like this is the marriage and this is the outside. And again, it's almost with the previous cards. If you're not going to prioritize me, then I'm done. But when I see this 8 here, I need to clarify that 8, because I don't want to get that wrong. So let's clarify what the 8 of clubs is meaning here. Oh, you know what? I'm really stumped at this because I do not want to word it wrongly. And again, ego came up, but let's go back here. So we have these 2 here. These are together. This is in between this. And what I'm really feeling is this one on the outside is looking for ways to get on the inside. Okay. Whew. Yes. So I'm hearing manipulation. Manipulation. I'm hearing manipulation. Biggest ego no. Can we just change this to manifest? Manifest for the greater good. You cannot come in. You cannot break. You can't do any type of revenge. This is their karma, and this is yours. This is a really heavy message this week, because I'm seeing even to the point where we're going into some dark, desperate time. You so want this for yourself that you're contemplating, you're thinking, you're scheming. Thoughts are running wild. You're trying to manipulate. And you're doing this through lies and deceit, trying to bring the other person to you. Now, if this is your twin flame, and it's really your twin flame and not somebody that you just believe to be your twin flame, it will happen in time. But this right here is a no-no. You cannot force, manipulate, lie, or deceive to bring union into your journey if it's not time for that yet. Wow. Let's see if there's any other messages, because this week is really full of some. Okay, so we have some children involved in this aspect of the lies, deceit, manipulating, trying to get this person away from the partner they're with so that they can be with you. There's children involved. Okay, I feel that also within this dynamic or so, there's a huge obligation, a promise of, a contract that needs to be fulfilled. This is part of their contract. It needs to be fulfilled. This is part of their karma. It needs to run its course. And with there being children involved, it's part of the children's karma. It's part of the children's contract as well. You cannot change anything, no matter how hard you try to manipulate things, no matter how hard you try to come up with lies and deceit to drag that person away from the relationship that they're in, because there is a full commitment here. Okay, you are the outsider looking in, and you need to just send love. And you need to get healing for yourself, because you are operating 100% and completely, maybe 5 or 1,000% completely in your ego right there. We all have a contract to fulfill here. And if it's not time, it's not going to happen. And you can try and destroy or manipulate, but you're going to lose if you continue to do this. This person will not sacrifice their family. And that's not to say it's not going to happen down the line, but right now, here and now, they're not going to sacrifice their family. So all of your lies, deceit, and the way you're trying to manipulate things so that this person leaves the partner, it's not going to happen. There is a whole family dynamic there, and I'm almost even feeling that there is another person involved, and this isn't romantically, but perhaps maybe they have a brother, a sister, an uncle, or some other adult family member living in the home as well. So there's no way they're watching their P's and Q's. There's no way they're going to fall for any of your lies, your deceits, or the way you're manipulating things, because they feel that their truth will be revealed if this other person within the home sees the pattern. Exactly. That is so on point right there. They're having to watch themselves. And when we go over the whole reading itself, you're shedding, you're needing to get rid of this ego. There's things in the past that need to be left behind. And all of this, I feel, is just interconnected this week within the twin flame energy. So wow, I'm just like really stuck on this one, because we have, there's children involved in here. There's children involved, but I feel like there's also another adult that is within the home. So let's play the cards out. You're here. They're here. There is the person you want to be with, or your twin, or whatever, I don't want to label anything, because I'm not here to say, yes, it's your twin, or no, it's not your twin. This is a collective energy read for the twin flame. This may apply to you. It may not apply to you. It may apply to a lot of you. It may not. But what I'm seeing here is that within this dynamic over here, there's children, and there is another family member that is in the home. So you coming and trying to manipulate so that you can get what you want is not going to happen, because not, you know, you could pull the wool over the children's eye, or the children could be fooled by this affair, but there's another adult in the home, and that adult could be, you know, the parent of, you know, the grandparent, the parent of, we're going to say, the person that you want. It could be their parent. Their parent is watching, or it could be the parent of their partner, and that one is watching. So this is a very tricky time right now, or tricky. The whole dynamic here is just really tricky. And you're feeling left out or abandoned or whatever. But actually, this person's really having to keep this secret. And I feel like they don't want to lose you and they don't want to walk away from you. But also, their family is their priority. You're not the priority. And I'm hoping I'm getting through to those of you that are needing to hear this message. So that's one whole thing right there that's going on. Let's see, is there any other messages for the twin flame this week? Okay, any other messages for the twin flame this week? Okay, final cards would be here, the Nine of Clubs. This is, let's see. With the Nine of Clubs and this overall reading, I can really get a strong feeling that you're carrying a lot on your shoulders. You're carrying a lot within your head. A lot of this is weighing you down emotionally, or not just emotionally, because I feel like this is a lot of emotional. A lot of it is weighing you down physically. For some of you out there, you really need to find that emotional support person. Maybe it's your best friend, or, you know, a sibling, somebody. You need to find your emotional support system and release or vent or let go of a lot of those thoughts that are going on right now within your head. A lot of things that you may, I don't want to say overthinking, but a lot of things that you're thinking that are coming up in your emotions. Even though you feel nothing positive is happening in your life, or you feel like you're in a sleuth, this card is a reminder that for all of us, we need to have that one person that we can speak to, you know, counsel, to release a lot of the emotions, because all of this emotional baggage, I'll say, is piling up and weighing you down, and it's affecting your health. It's affecting your moods. It's affecting the way you work. It's affecting a lot, and it's stumping your spiritual growth. It's stumping your spiritual growth. All right, I'm going to end it here and encourage you all to maybe meditate, see what it is that you need to shed within your life, because I do definitely see you walking away from things, shedding things of the past, shedding, it's like the skin coming off, and you know, gosh, do I have to say when a snake sheds its skin? Or can I just say, you know, when you go into a spa and you get one of those facials and they kind of burn off all the dead cells on your face? Well, I feel like that's what's happening, because it's not comfortable. And you say they burn the dead skin cells. So a lot of you right now are having to let things burn and fizzle out. And as much as you kind of like, when you see a fire, you want to put it out, you got to let it burn, because this is for your greater good. So I hope this message has really come across in a way that you can receive it and understand it. And if it's meant for you, that you do Do what you need to do. Meditate, pray, take your time to really let the things settle in. I know the twin flame journey is not an easy journey, and a lot of stuff comes up in our emotions, and they're there for a reason. And not to be too cliche about it, I mean, these things are coming up because these are things that we need to heal. These are things that we need to release. These are things that we need to learn. And we're taking things that we're learning and we're able to speak them to somebody else that may be in the same situation, or down the line they may come into this situation. So we're all becoming teachers of the journey. So until next time, remember to live your days with love, laughter, and harmony. Namaste.